he got hurt so early. Like we joked about in our group chat, we had barely time to sit down. Pasternak makes it 1-0. Tanev gets hurt and does not play again, does not play another shift in that game. And of course, he was seen leaving TD Garden with his right arm in a sling. Not good, Rosie. Not good.
Not good at all. And we have given Tanev his flowers here and there, probably not as much as he's deserved. That's just the nature
Yeah.
of the beast when you are a shutdown, stay at home, puck moving, do the little things type of defenseman. But if he's out for any significant time, be prepared to really realize how valuable he is to this Toronto Maple Leafs back end, man. He does so many little things. He moves the puck in such ways that he alleviates a lot of pressure from some of his peers back there. And if he's gone, those guys are going to have to step up. And if they're anything but playing out of their asses, you're going to notice big time that he's not there anymore. I know McCabe had a rough one last night. I'm not worried about that in any way. I mean, he's pinched against the boards. He's trying to go behind the net and it kind of whiffs off his heel. Okay, Pasternak steps on it. What are you going to do? That's just shit that happens. The other one, you're doing everything right. The puck bounces off your face and ends up in the back of the net. Not even going to think twice about that one. But yeah, to see Tanev lose or to leave, he gets squished against the board. I initially thought maybe like some ribs or something because it's not really, his shoulders are kind of free and he kind of crunches against his torso midsection. Um, Instant reaction. Something went, something tweaked, something. Um, I think it's a shoulder, especially when you hear he's in a sling. Your AC joint is up here, your clavicle's over here, part of your collarbone. When you get squished like that, something goes wrong, the joint goes wrong. You can do a bunch of damage to some ligaments and whatnot. You can pop a joint, you can separate your shoulder. God, I hope it's not a separated shoulder. I hope it's some clavicle discomfort or some bullshit where you just got to ice it up, stay off of it for a week or two, and you're all back to normal. But he's not 20 years old. He's not going to heal in 3 days. I do think it's something that he's going to miss time for. And like I started off with, I think you're really going to see the benefit of Chris Tanev when you see him removed from the lineup.
Well, that's exactly it. He's missed one game prior to this one, and they lost that one. I believe it was that game against Winnipeg prior to the Christmas break. But I was just going to add, like, Chris Tanev is such a warrior. He leaves and goes down the tunnel once a game. The one time he doesn't come back, I'm scared shitless because I know it's something serious. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think luckily the Leafs are at a point in the schedule and they're in first place in the Atlantic Division where they can buy some time. But this is a big time loss. Like we have given him his credit on this show. He is such an important piece to this roster. And you take Tanev out of the lineup, it's a way different team. I mean, we saw it last night how different they looked defensively without Tanev and then moving McCabe to the other side. Like it was just a clusterfuck. But all I can hope is that he just doesn't miss too much time and he's not impacted for game one of the playoffs.
Yeah, a guy on the back end, the right piece, it can make a world of difference. You can really shore up some deficiencies and make yourself have a decor it's much deeper with one guy. That's the thing about D. You got 6 of them back there. You can double shift one to make it, you're crunching half the minutes out there at certain points in the game. That is Tanev, and you take him out. All of a sudden, other guys that just aren't Chris Tanev are filling in and eating those minutes, and you're going to see the mistakes that they make. You're going to see the decisions that they make that aren't Chris Tanev-esque, and that's going to be noticeable. Timing wise, you're going to get a week without him. I'm like you said, he's a tough guy. He knows what's going on. He was clearly injured instantly. It's one of those things where you get that went, and you know it. He's going to miss time, and timing wise, you're going to get a week before the deadline to see what it's like without him. But I think the need for a right-handed defenseman, I mean, if you lose Tanev and you don't replace him with someone that can maybe fill that role, and if he gets healthy and comes back and you have 2 guys, then all the better. I mean, that's what we were talking about anyways. But let's say he comes back and in game 1 of the playoffs, he goes down again and re-aggravates something. That's your season. Like, go back to the summer, to training camp, to battling before Christmas, to the break for the 4 nations, to coming down it's all done. It's all for nothing if you have a weak decor that just can't that has too many holes. In a 7-game series, you will get exposed. You will lose your season. That'll be it. So for that reason, I think that Tree is going to be not shifting focus, but spending more time on that right-hand defenseman issue. As like I said, we're gonna miss Chris Tanev.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.